Kantaria. Mrs. Unadkat now.
I am Jaydev Unadkat.
I was not big on huge wedding. Now I am, for sure. But like until then, I wasn't very sure that I want a huge wedding. But Jaydev was super sure that he wanted a grand, function for his wedding.
I think there has to be a wedding planner for sure. Not everything, and especially when we decided for this place because it's far from home as well. We can't always come here to plan everything, to have everything in detail. We had to have an event planner, and that's when we decided that let's search for someone who can help us with that.
Yeah.
And then talking to Wedding Sutra, and then we got hold of you guys. I think that's when we met Purple Chariot,
The team.
the team of Purple Chariot. But basically, we met Vishal first, and then we met Anvay later after a couple of calls. One thing we were sure of is we did not want a cliche wedding. Like, we did not want just to go by the functions. We wanted special themes for all the functions. We wanted something different. The way you guys planned, both you and Anvay planned the Gameathon event was the highlight, I think, for me. A lot of guests told us that we haven't seen anything as grand as this before the actual functions begin in a wedding.
I met Vishal and Anvay here. We had a first meeting here, right? And you guys were showing us the vision of how everything will work. You were showing us all the places and where the functions are going to be. The way Anvay was explaining, his ideas and his vision, that was like, okay, this guy knows everything. And
so one thing which I felt was really visible there when we went here. So both of you came here one day before us. About the venues, like you guys had a screening of the venues, and you already had a picture of what to do at different venues, what can be done at different venues. So then
these guys had a perfect idea.
Exactly. So we did not have to visualize that ourselves because it's difficult for us to do that. And that's why I think venue selection went really well. The way Vishal handled the technical part, and the way Vishal handled the financial part, I would say, and the way Anvay handled the designing part, and I think it was a good match, and we had some fun in between as well, and it was good. The whole transcription from what I saw about the events and the decor on paper, and when it came out in real, I think I actually felt really good. I felt it turned out absolutely fabulous. The details that were there, the details that Anvay showed us were actually looking more prettier than what it was looking on paper. So for me, it was absolutely stunning, I would say. The details and the fine, minute things that were considered while planning those the decor elements.
For me, it turned out exactly how I imagined and exactly how Anvay showed the vision. It is going to be this, and we were talking, and he was going on about how we want to do it and what we want to do, and I could totally imagine it, and I knew it was going to be amazing, and it absolutely turned out that way.
My favorite has to be the Gameathon, being a sports person.
Oh, nice. It's a tie between the wedding and the Sangeet decor. Both were individualistically beautiful, and exactly how the event should be, and what we were thinking of.
The one thing that we really worked hard upon is deciding the event flow with Vishal throughout the whole planning concept, and it's hard. I mean, let's all face this, that not everything happens as you plan in a wedding, and it was the same. We planned everything in detail, the timings and all
to the minute.
Vishal was giving us that 5:47 p.m. will be here, and 6:23 p.m. we'll do the Hastamilap, and I think it went well. It went according to what we wanted, in terms of enjoying the rituals and still following all the rituals, even while not being right on time, right, like we mentioned in the event flow chart. But it was good to have those things in place. Otherwise, things become haywire, and you don't know what's next and what's coming on next. So everyone was sure about what was happening when the chart was decided before the event. When we decided to get married here in Madhuban, when we collaborated with the Purple Chariot team, one thing that I coordinated with them was that let's get the best out of whatever we spend in a wedding. And I think both Vishal and Anvay coordinated really well on that aspect. Whatever we told them is this is our budget, and it happened a couple of times where I actually told them in between that no, now this is not the budget, I still want to cut down on that. And then they worked on it, they worked on the design elements. They then let both of us know that in this much budget this can be done. Yes, there were times where we were discussing on pushing a couple of things here and there, but apart from that, I think
that is a part of it though, right?
Absolutely. I think that's one thing that both me and Rini were talking after each and every event, that these guys have done a lovely job in terms of getting the best out of what we spend in a wedding.
Totally.
And it's not just from us, it's from both the families. I think the fathers, because they had to write the checks, were really happy at the end to write them, because everything was visible, right from the entrance to the point where it finished. Everything was right on point, and kudos to the Purple Chariot team for giving us such a lovely experience in terms of satisfying the needs of the families as well.
As designers will look at all the detailing and how every single thing is on place, but when as a normal person I'll just look at the venue and feel the vibe, right? And the vibe was on point. Everything was on place, everyone was super happy with how the whole thing came together, especially the Fairas event, which was like heavenly. The decor part made all the events super special.
I agree on that. I think creativity was visible right from the start, from the K-Mathon event till the Fairas were completed. I think it was visible in those small elements, as I said. The sit-down dinner that we had on the first day, that was absolutely wonderful to see. I think none of our family members have seen such creativity in terms of decorating a table for a family dinner. So I think it was right up there. The creativity quotient was right up
the
there.
pictures that we showed starting mein, like what our vision is about the wedding and how what kind of decor we wanted. You saw it through, right? Anvay, I think, saw it through that this is what we want and this is how we like it. It's subtle and still grandeur, and that's how it turned out.
Yeah, I think to sum it up, both of us were discussing, and to sum up the whole event, as a cricketer, for me, I know how important a team is, and I would say the same about the Purple Chariot team as well. These guys are leading the team. Vishal leading one aspect of it, which is equally important as Anvay leading the other aspect of it in terms of creativity. And both of them teaming up, leading their teams to conducting the event was lovely to see, and we as individuals and as families had a lovely time in our events.
Also the
and we
supporting members,
enjoyed it. Yeah.
those people were running around and asking if we need anything, and it felt really like warm and nice. If you are looking for a special wedding and that is once in a lifetime, you should do it. It's never gonna happen again, and it'll make you feel special. It's your day, and these guys, Anvay and Vishal, will make you feel so.
I think Anvay has been creating these things like magic, I would say now, after seeing all the events. And I would advise that to everyone who wants to have a grandeur wedding function, and
Not even grandeur.
I mean in terms of enjoying it and feeling like the like the person who is the groom, I would say. You should definitely go for it, and it will reduce your responsibilities, that's for sure, because you'll have a lot after that.